and welcome back to Let's Craft About It. I am so excited to have you here. This video is part of a week-long back to school series. So if you want to stay tuned and not miss a video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Now let's not keep you waiting any longer. If you want to learn how to master your Cricut, keep watching. In today's video, we will be learning how to make a template as well as how to use the attach tool in Design Space and what is the difference between group and attach. We're going to start off by making a template for our notebooks. I always like to start with the template to get an idea of what the final product will look like, as well as to take the guessing out of what size to make your project. So we're going to start off by selecting a shape, and I'm going to be using a square because I am making a rectangle. Then you want to hit unlock. Then you're going to head over to the size, and we're going to be changing the width and the height. So the notebook is 8 inches wide by 10 inches long. So I'm just going to simply change that, and you'll see that the template will create as we change. Once we have that, you pretty much have the template size. Now we're just going to change the color to match the color of the notebook. My notebook is orange, so I'm just going to change it to orange. Now that we have our template, we can move on and start adding the text. We're just simply going to select the text tool and then go over to the drop down and select the font of your choice. We're going to hit spelling. You're gonna bring this guy in here. You're gonna hit unlock just so that we can have the spelling. Because it's longer, if I was to keep it locked and widen it out, it's not going to be as thick just because its spelling has a lot more letters than the word math. So what we can do to fix that is just click unlock and then drag down till when it looks not so distorted. So then you bring this down, change it to the color of the material you want, which is a complete opposite of math. And then we're gonna go in with Emery, which is text, E-M-E-R-Y, and I'm going to change that font to the same one, which is, and I'm going to make it like the actual item. And then a way to make sure that it's super center, you're gonna go ahead and hide this. Select both of your things and then hit align and hit center horizontally, and it's gonna make it perfectly center. And that's it. All you would do from here is you would go ahead and hide the templates, hide your template, and simply hit make it. And it will divide it and cut it out in the matte and the color you want. So you just learned how to make a template on Design Space. Now to actually make the project. So I got these notebooks over at Target. I believe they were 99 cents, but I don't remember. I also got them back in July. Once your Cricut cuts out your material, you're going to need to weed it out. I am using the weeding tool from Cricut, and of course I will link it in the description below, and all you're gonna do is peel back and weed it out. So we're gonna do the same with the name. We're just gonna put the weeding tool at the corner and pull back. This is something you do wanna take your time with, just in case you peel back a letter. Just press down and gently pull back and have lots of time and patience with this. Once you have it all weeded out, you're just gonna grab your transfer tape and you're gonna cut it down to match the size of your material. Now that we have it cut out, we're just simply gonna peel it back, and then we're going to line it up to be centered with the word math. This is why I personally like the guided with the guided line ones, so you can kind of see where center is. Then you're gonna grab your scraper. I completely forgot my scraper, so I'm just using my fingers to flatten it and then let my own heat kind of activate it. My trick to peeling back is I love to flip it and then peel the backing of the material onto the transfer tape. Once you have it onto the transfer tape, you simply just want to make sure that you have the notebook straightened out, and then you're just going to see there and align it to the notebook. And once you have it in the exact spot you want it, you can just simply press down and scrape on the material with the transfer tape. applying some pressure and then using your fingers to kind of activate the adhesive makes it really good. And then all you're going to do is simply peel back the transfer tape. And again, you want to do this slowly just to assure that the material is sticking to the project. And that's it. You have made your own personalized notebook, and I'm sure that this will add that special touch to making your child's back to school day extra special. Keep watching if you want to learn how to use the attach tool in Design Space, and as well as the difference between group and attach as we make a book bag and a water bottle. All right, here we're going to teach you about the attach tool and how important it is when you want to get the spacing correct. Attach is very different from the grouping tool. Group is only good when you want to move it around in the canvas, but the attach tool will keep it in the exact placement when you send it over to cut. So if you want to learn more about the attach tool, keep watching. All right, so here we're making the backpack design as well as the water bottle design. So we're going to start off with a template again for the backpack. Now we're going to start by just typing in the word emery. So we're going to go E-M-E-R-Y. We're going to make this to the size we want it, which is right about there. Now, once you have it to the size you want, we're going to head over and we're going to hit ungroup, and then we're going to be changing the colors to the colors that we want the material to be as a guide. I am going with the Frozen theme as the little girl that I'm making this bag for. She's obsessed with Frozen. But then again, what 5-year-old nowadays isn't obsessed with Frozen? Now what we're going to do is we're going to hide our template because we're going to need to be able to work with the letters. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to attach the dark blue. So I'm going to hide everything else besides the E and the R. So we're going to hide the M, the light E, and the Y. Then you're simply going to select the E and the R and you're going to hit attach. Then I'm going to hide this, bring out the light blues, which is the M and the Y, select those, and then hit attach. Now, all we're going to do is bring this all back together. So now that we have that all done, we're going to go ahead, bring that square back, and then we're going to go ahead, select both, and then align center with this, just so that we can get the placements of the snowflake. Now, I do have Cricut Access, which I am a huge fan of. It saves you so much time. They have so many images, and on top of it, you get 10% off any Cricut purchases at www.cricut.com. So for me, it's so worth it. I just typed in the word snowflake, and I'm just going to click on the first snowflake, hit insert image, and there you go. That's it. No needing to go to Google and downloading an image, cleaning it up, and then uploading it onto Design Space. It's just as easy as searching it like if it was your Google. And once you have that, all you have to do is get rid of the template, and there you have your emery for the back. Now I'm going to show you how simple it is to just take this exact font and make it into the water bottle, which is what I'm doing. All I'm going to do is I am going to hit duplicate, bring this off to the side. I'm able to move it over again because I have it grouped. Now if I was to hit ungroup and I was to move it over, I'm going to be moving it over by layer. So that is why you hit group, so that you can move everything together cohesively. So hit group, and then I'm going to size it down. The water bottle is 4.2 inches long, so I'm just going to make this 3 inches. And that's it. It's that simple. I'm able to make the book bag and the water bottle so that they can match. So nothing here, nothing is attached. All I'm gonna do is simply hit group. It's grouped and this is attached. Remember the colors, that summer colors are in group and the winter colors are in attached, just so that you can see the difference. Once I hit make it, let's see what we get first. Oh. So if you look, the summer colors are not, they're back to back. Cricut automatically defaulted to use the less amount of material, and that's not how we want it. When we come over here and we see our winter colors, you'll see that the M and the Y, there's a huge gap in between because it's cutting it in the exact placement that I had it in Canvas. So now that we learned the difference between group and attach, let's make the backpack and the water bottle. So I'm using this backpack that I got from Jiffy. I'm using my weeder, my scraper, some transfer tape, and of course the 651 Oracle vinyl, which is my absolute favorite. And all of this stuff that I'm using, I will link in the description below. So we have like a small little tool there, so you want to be very careful when you're weeding this out. Perfect. And then you just pull it back. And I always like to cut it with a little bit of extra room. And this transfer tape I did get off of Amazon. I will again link this transfer tape. And of course, line it up. So I'm gonna line it up with the top. Grab your scraper and scrape it. Then we're going to cut this E out. Oops, I forgot to weed the center out. And you're going to grab that E. Just like that. And we're going to scrape it and then peel back. And we're going to match it. I didn't record it, but if you can tell, the E is not fully covered in transfer tape. So what I did is simply grabbed another piece of transfer tape at the end of the Y and I just placed it right on top of that E, and then I just layered it and peeled it back. So I'm gonna grab this and we're going to peel it backwards. Set that aside. You have that center, you're just gonna simply place down and scrape. Scrape out all the air bubbles. You just want to make sure when you're pulling back to be very gentle with it. So now I'm just coming in and I am going to be placing the snowflakes, and I'm doing this one snowflake at a time. And there you have it. You have now personalized your little one's book bag. Now let's jump into the water bottle. So for this project, you're gonna need some transfer tape, measuring tape, your water bottle, 6x1 Oracle vinyl, and then a weeder and some scissors. So of course, we're gonna go ahead and start out with the weeding of the material, and then we are going to go into cutting the transfer tape and then layering it up and putting it right on the water bottle, just like we did on the book bag. And there you have it. You have now learned to personalize a book bag and a water bottle. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below so we can craft about it.